Thank you. Governor, good to see you again. Thank you for meeting with me. Welcome to your wife, Catherine. It's a good name. Thank you very much. Let me just, we talked a little bit about this, but I want to bring this to the public as well, because Senator Lee and I do have a lot in common when it comes to our public lands. That most of the lands in the state of Nevada, about 85%, are owned by the federal government. And he's right. We have to manage not only our housing issues, but economic development, unlike some of the states, your state, where you own most of the land. And so we're always looking for that partnership with our federal partners. And Nevada has a successful track record when it comes to bringing different parties together to create that balance of releasing public land for that needed development, conserving lands, addressing various land management needs. And an example of that collaboration is my Southern Nevada Lands Bill. And so I am hopeful that, based on your comments already to my colleagues, that you believe in a balanced land use, that key to that is local consultation and state consultation. I agree. So I am hoping that you will be willing to work with us as we address in Nevada our housing needs, which is an issue, as well as economic development, and work with me on my Southern Nevada Lands Bill and other lands bills in the state of Nevada. Would you commit to doing that?
Yeah, absolutely, Senator. I know that you, other than Alaska, you guys are in the top of the list in terms of having the most amount of federal land. You got some of the same challenges around affordable housing that Senator Lee is seeing in Utah, and with the great success of population growth in Southern Nevada. And I think, again, there's some creative ideas about land exchanges. You've thought through it, I can tell. Would look forward to working with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to touch on also a comment that you made. Tax incentives going towards some forms of energy creates an imbalance for baseload. That's what I've heard you, and you made that comment when we were together as well. Let me ask you this, because in Nevada, it is important for us to absolutely have an opportunity to support public-private partnerships in clean energy. And I would imagine you support public-private partnerships.
I think it's great whenever we can get more market incentives built into programs. Or if we spend a tax dollar, if we can match it with 2 or 3 from the private sector. That's one of the things we did in North Dakota to really, both grow our economy and extend the return on investment for every taxpayer dollar invested.
And I appreciate that. And so with that said, there is a role for the federal government to be a part of incentivizing and supporting those public-private partnerships. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, we're appropriate, absolutely.
All right. And in Nevada, because of the Inflation Reduction Act, as well as the bipartisan infrastructure package, we have benefited not only in Nevada with jobs and growing our economy, but in contributing to our national security and bringing back manufacturing to this country, because we have critical mineral mining going on in Nevada, thanks to those pieces of legislation. We have the complete ecosystem for battery, not only manufacturing, but storage and recycling as well. And our energy now is both gas as well as solar. Solar is really one of the #1 areas that we have in the state for our energy needs, and that's why battery storage is important. So let me ask you this, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but isn't the combination of renewables plus battery storage baseload?
Yeah, that's certainly the future. And again, as I said before, all the above. We need all forms of electricity. We're short of electricity in this country. We just have to make sure that we have the balance. Because if we don't have the base load, the intermittent, I'll call it unreliable, because the sun doesn't always shine, the wind doesn't always blow until we get storage, and storage is still a few years out to where we're going to be able to operate at grid scale to be able to make that work. Until we get to that time, we really have to have 2 systems. We have to
I agree, but if we don't have the incentives continue that kind of research and making sure that's happening, because it's happening in Nevada right now, storage.
Yes.
I've been to the facilities, we see it. If we don't have those incentives, then we're never going to get there. And so my concern is, and what I'm hearing is, under this administration, a shift from those incentives for renewables back to fossil fuels. And that is not going to do any of us really in this country a benefit to, at the end of the day, leaning into clean energy, being dominant in that space of clean energy, protecting our national security when it comes to that clean energy as well. So I do think there is a balanced approach here, but not one at the expense of another. And I'm hopeful, based on your experience as a governor, what I just heard and I know about your state, because you found that balanced approach for energy, and every state's going to be different based on their geography, that you're going to work with states as well and not take away an opportunity where they can have that balanced approach for energy. Would you be willing to do that, even stand up to the administration when it somehow is not a benefit, what they're trying to do to a state like the state of Nevada? I'm a Republican governor, and I are in lockstep when it comes to moving forward in this space.
Well, there are certainly big opportunities in Nevada, whether it's solar, geothermal. There's a lot of opportunities, critical minerals, lots of things to work on. But when I would say that the benefit to every American is if we have base load that's reliable, that works, that's part of how we have affordability. I mean, every American today is paying more for their electricity than they were before. So the current policy is hurting every American. It hasn't happened yet, but it's coming soon. More and more brownouts and blackouts because we aren't going to have the balance in the grid. And I think every senator and every governor is going to be hearing from every consumer. And so this is something we have to work on together as a priority to make sure that we restore balance to the grid, and that means that like I said, you take a look at a FERC queue that's got 95% intermittent and unreliable, that probably tells us we're a little bit out of balance, and we've just got to bring it back and then keep moving forward. But great opportunities to work with you in Nevada. You've got some special opportunities and resources, and I'd say critical minerals, which you mentioned. I'm glad you brought them up. But we in the IRA, we passed all kinds of incentives for electric vehicles at a time when China is controlling 85% of the critical minerals in the world. So, I mean, incenting something which increases our dependence on a major adversary, because we're in a Cold War with China, and we're in a cyber war every day with them. I mean, right now, we're in a cyber war with them, North Korea, Russia, Iran. Every day we're being attacked by these folks.
So you don't support the credits for electric vehicles, and that would be something that you would support the administration repealing?
Well, I support economics and markets, and if you add up the EV totals, it's over $900 per ton of CO2 avoided. And in North Dakota, we can give you a liquid fuel with zero carbon in it for $60. And so we're doing that today with carbon sequestration for biofuels.
So
and I know
my time is up, and I look forward to talking to you about this, but thank you. I appreciate it.